Imagination leads to creativity.
Creativity blossoms thinking.
Thinking provides knowledge.
Knowledge makes you great.
Inventions and discoveries have emanated from creative minds that have been constantly working and imaging the outcome in the mind.
With imaging and constant efforts, all the forces of the universe work for that inspired mind, thereby leading to inventions and discoveries.
My heartfelt greetings to the reverend parents, intellectuals, respected dignitaries, Honourable Director Shri Raman Raja Khanna Sir, Shri Vijay Kumar Gulati Sir, respected Principal Ms. Vibha Khanna Ma'am, Honourable Academic Director Ms. Reenu Srivastav Ma'am, Headmistress Ms. Shivani Tripathi Ma'am, and all the respected coordinators. I, Rasha Gupta, along with my friend Samriddhi Sharma of Class 11th, wish to navigate you through this astonishing journey of science exhibition.
To make this exhibition a blessed one, let's invoke Goddess Saraswati by kindling the lamp of knowledge.
थोड़ा सा स्पेस बनाइए प्लीज. हाँ यस प्लीज.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
I would like to request our Honourable Director Shri Raman Raja Khanna Sir to bless us with his precious words.
I declare open the science exhibition of St. Teresa School. Thank you very much. I welcome you all in this exhibition.
Warm greetings from St. Teresa School. I am glad that today our school is organizing 15th Science Exhibition. It is an opportunity for students to learn and understand scientific method to conduct independent research. It also instills scientific attitude in young minds to make them realize the interdependence of science, technology and society. Science Fair provides platform for students as well as teachers where they can learn from each other's experience and get motivated to design and develop new and innovative ideas. It not only creates awareness among the public regarding the role of science and technology, but help in solving current as well as future challenges in the society and in sustainable growth and development of the country. Before we start exhibiting work of our junior scientists and engineer, I would like to request you to watch and enjoy scientific work of young minds today, tomorrow and day after tomorrow. After the end of the exhibition, we will be providing you with a feedback form. Kindly provide your valuable feedback not only for motivating young generation but also to help them on their areas of opportunities. Your support and feedback are valuable to us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful words and blessings.
As you know, the science exhibition has been organized by St. Teresa School to commemorate the birth anniversary of our missile man, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam came to be known as protagonist of societal transformation, of development and innovation. Due to his works in the field of science and especially in missiles and rockets, he is known as Missile Man of India. Before taking over as an 11th President of India in 2002, Dr. Kalam worked as ISRO and DRDO and as Principal Advisor to the Government of India.
In 1995, Dr. Kalam articulated the vision of India becoming a developed country by 2020. And now we are really witnessing his dream coming true. Recipient of India's highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, in 1997, Dr. Kalam was recognized as the face of 21st century India.
Even though he left us, but he is still in our hearts as the motivation and inspiration. His golden words and miraculous deeds will always be remembered. He was a man of high value who taught us the way to transform the nation. Remember to start this with a greeting and try to end this by all your precious time.
I'm here to present the exhibition from the Department of Physics. Here we have working models and PowerPoint presentation. So are you guys excited? Let's see. Let's start the physics segment of our exhibition with some of the road safety projects.
Hello everyone, my name is Arnav Jain of class 11th A2 and today I'm going to present on our road safety via technology. Now let's get started, shall we? Starting in the 20th century, we have an increasing number of people owning private transport. And since we humans aren't infallible, accidents do happen. According to estimates, 13 lakh people die of road accidents annually in the whole world, with the number being 1.7 lakhs in India alone. The primary causes of such road accidents. But technology keeps on improving, and some tech can also save lives when effectively applied. In fact, technology can eliminate such accidents with self-driving cars with trained AI, but amid its development, we can always depend on other devices to reduce the number of cases. Some of them are as follows. So that is all for today. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.
My heartfelt greetings to everyone present here and watching this. This is me, Samriddhi Sharma of class 11th A1. I'm here to give some limelight on my project Obstacle Avoiding Car. While we are traveling from vehicle, it is common for something to obstruct our view. Whether it's a overgrown tree branches or a signboard, these obstructions can lead to car accidents. So, to minimize these accidents, we have obstacle avoiding car. This obstacle avoiding car is an intelligent device which can automatically sense and overcome obstacle by deviating from its path. These are the materials required to make the project. The car uses a servo-mounted ultrasonic sensor to detect objects in front of the car and a motor driver shield to drive four geared motors, one on each wheel. An Arduino underneath the shield controls the motor shield, ultrasonic sensor, and the servo motor. The car drives itself until an object comes within the range of the sensor. The car then monitors the object until it is within the minimum distance and then stops moving. The servo is then used to turn the ultrasonic sensor left and right, taking distance measurements in each direction. The car then decides which direction to turn based on which side has more distance available to move, then turns and continues until the next object is detected. If both sides are blocked, the car will turn around and drive back out the way it came. Because all four wheels are driven, we can drive two on one side of the car forward and two on the other side backwards in order to turn the car. So we don't need a steering mechanism and the car can turn around on the spot instead of requiring forward movement. It can be used in reducing road accidents, automatic lawn mower, smart room cleaners, in unmanned vehicle driving, and in mining vehicle that uses obstacle detection. Thank you and have a great day.
Warm greetings to everyone. I Rudru Singh of class 10th B3. Today I am going to tell you about this prototype model. It is alcohol detecting system in vehicles. Whenever the alcohol detected, siren will sound and the engine will shut down. In this model we have used the following components such as Arduino, double relay channel, buzzer, batteries, MQ3 alcohol sensor. This vehicle is used as targeted vehicle on which all the operation can be performed for alcohol detection. It can be very useful for preventing road accident due to drunk driving, and it can be very useful for police as well. My further planning are by using GSM and GPS. Whenever such drunk cases are found, a message sent to nearby police station and emergencies number.
Good morning everyone. I, Kathy, along with my friend Saurabh of class 11th A, are here to present our model on automatic car wipers.
So, the car wipers nowadays are manual and are operated by manual switching. So, here we present an automatic car wiper that can sense the rain, and it starts when the rain starts and it can turn off when the rain stops. So, our project puts forward this system so that we can automate our car wiper industry.
Our system uses rain sensors to detect rain. With the increase in speed of the rain, the speed of the wipers increases. The rain sensors use water to complete its circuit. So when rain falls on it, its circuit gets completed and sends a signal to the microcontroller. The microcontroller processes this information and drives the motor, which further drives the servo motors to stimulate the car wipers.
Thank you and have a nice day.
Now let's have a look on our projects of sustainable development prepared by our talented students.
Hello everyone, today I Pushpa Bansal of class 10P5 along with my two friends Akshit and Kavyansh is going to present a working model based on the principle of overflow of water during floods. So let's begin.
How we thought of making this device. Many a times we see that people turn on their motors and forget to switch it off. So we thought of making a device that automatically detects when water reaches the water limits and guides the circuit to switch it off. So let us see how we made this device.
Hello everyone, my name is Akshit Bansal. I am going to tell the materials required for making this model. First, the PC547 transistor. Second, LDR. Third, 10K resistor. Fourth, 470 ohm resistor. Fifth, laser diode. Sixth, 2 batteries and 2 battery snappers. Seventh, submersible mini water pump. Eighth, pair of wires. Ninth, 2 container and a pipe.
You about its working. When the switch is on, the water from the right container starts moving into the left container with the help of water pump. When the water level in the left container reaches the wires, it completes the left circuit, which turns on the laser diode. This laser diode then guides the LDR in the right circuit to switch off the circuit, thus breaking the flow of water.
Do you know, hydropower or hydroelectricity is a renewable source of energy that utilizes the energy of fast-flowing water to generate electricity. The use of hydropower is not a modern concept. Its application can be seen even 1,000 years ago. The ancient people used to run wheels with the application of water power and grind grains.
Hydropower turbines are used to utilize water power. It is one of the most cost-effective methods of electricity generation. As natural resources of fuels like oil, petroleum, and coal are exhaustible, hydroelectric power plants are very useful to meet the high demand of electricity. Now, let us look at some working principles.
The working principle of hydroelectric power plant is that it converts the potential energy and kinetic energy of water into mechanical energy with the help of turbines. The water that is stored in the reservoir behind the dam falls through the penstock and it strikes the blade of the turbine with high pressure, and the turbine runner starts rotating. The runner is attached to the central shaft that is connected to the generator, which eventually generates electricity.
This mechanical energy is converted into electricity through electric generation.
Now let's take a look at the working model of hydroelectric power plant.
in line, we have projects related to our daily lives.
Hi everyone, this is Shivangi. I, along with my friends Radhika, Shagun, Daksh, going to represent the working model of mixer and grinder. I'd like to discuss in more depth the applications of how this mixer and grinder works. Whenever the electricity is supplied to a mixer and grinder, the motor of mixer and grinder converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. The coil is fixed between the magnetic field. Whenever the current flows through the coil, it encounters the magnetic force which causes it to rotate. The mechanical energy of the blade rotates the mixer and grind the ingredient. Let me show you the material we use to make the mixer and grinder. First we use plastic bottle, a steel can, we fix motor inside it and a USB cable and a source of electricity. Now let me show you how it's work. First we have to put some ingredients into it, then close the cap and on the switch. Now, look at this. The blade grinds the leaves into a tiny pieces. That's how it works. Now, let me show you the circuit of a mixer and grinder. Here is the circuit of a mixer and grinder. We put wire in the plug. We attach a motor relay and an indication light which indicate whether a motor is on or off. And a speed controller to control the speed of a motor of mixer and grinder. And then we attach the motor. Here is the complete circuit of a mixer and grinder. Hope you like my presentation.
Good morning to all. I am Teresa from class 9B7 and today I am here with my model, a 3D projector. Well, a 3D projection is a visual phenomenon in which an image is formed through an electronic device on a 2D screen as a 3D image. In this model, I have used cardboard, a transparent plastic sheet, and an electronic device like a mobile phone. Now let's see how this model works. We'll play a video in a mobile phone and then place it above the projector. When the light from the mobile phone falls on the inclined transparent sheet, after refraction, a 3D image forms. Hope you liked the presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.
Now we have projects on future tech.
The urge to be able to travel to space is something that most people have, so the concept of traveling to space isn't something that is very new. Space tourism is the practice of traveling to space for recreational purposes. So now the question arises whether or not space tourism is possible. The simple answer is yes, space tourism is possible, but it is not very affordable and is limited to the more fortunate people of society. The International Space Station, or the ISS, is one of the places that the space tourists can visit. It is the largest modular space station, which is currently located in the low Earth orbit. It is used for research in subjects such as astrobiology, astronomy, etc. The next is the Lunar Space Lift or the Lunar Space Elevator. It is a proposed transportation system for the moving of a mechanical climbing vehicle. This is still a work in progress and there has been no progress beyond the company's conceptual design. Space tourism can be quite dangerous due to hazards such as radiations, distance from Earth, feeling of confinement and loneliness, and also the differences in gravity. Now about the progressions made in space tourism. Now let's talk about the two major companies involved in space tourism. The first is Blue Origin by Jeff Bezos. As space tourism industry evolves, the rank of spaceflight and participants will grow, and suborbital and orbital flights will inevitably give way to lunar excursions and trips to Mars and beyond, by which time space tourism will be operational as full-fledged industry, capable of truly opening the frontier of space. The second company is Elon Musk's SpaceX. Most people associate space tourism solely with trips to space. The concept of space tourism is, in fact, broader than this. Space tourism can include visiting space-focused museums, watching rocket launches, or traveling to destinations popular for stargazing, amongst other space-related activities. Thank you.
Greetings. Today I, Prati Gupta and Ananya Begal from grade 9B7 are here to present a science model, Paper Speakers. The idea came into our mind while studying the chapter sound. We were curious to see the rhythmic movement of kinetic mechanical energy. The materials used are paper, cardboard, magnets, copper wires, and batteries.
It works on the mechanism of converting electrical energy into mechanical energy, in which, when the air is compressed, it gets converted into sound energy. The uses of paper speaker are: it is eco-friendly as it is made out of biodegradable materials, and it is also budget-friendly. Let's see how it works.
The working of a paper speaker.
Thank you. We hope you like our presentation.
Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Banerjee from class 11A1 and I am Praniti from 11A2, and today we together present to you the future of the Wi-Fi technology, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi stands for light fidelity. It transfers data through light.
So now you must be wondering, what is it and how does it work?
Let me tell you the benefits of it first. First, Wi-Fi transmits data in a very high speed, that is from 100 Gbps to 240 Gbps, which is way more than Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi can work underwater also, whereas Wi-Fi cannot. Wi-Fi does not harm any human or living being, as it does not emit any radiation, whereas Wi-Fi emits very much radiation.
So let's see how does this work. As soon as I connect this jab of the phone, the LED will emit the light and this light will strike the solar panel. The solar panel will convert the light energy into electrical energy, which will pass to the amplifier, then to the speaker. And then perhaps it will produce sound. Any hindrance in the path of the light will make it stop the sound.
I hope that you got to know something new about our future technology. Thank you.
My greetings of the day to everyone. I'm Rasha Gupta along with my friend Disha Nagar of class 11th are presenting laser security alarm. The main components of the laser security alarm circuit are motion sensors and an alarm unit. We have used transistors, LDR, buzzer, LED lights, switch, resistor, battery and many more things.
Now let's see it's working. Whenever the object is placed in front of the LDR, the light detects and the buzzer buzzes.
Applications. A laser security alarm is a system designed to detect intrusion, unauthorized entry into a building or area. They are also called security alarm, security system, etc. System range from small, self-contained noisemakers to complicated.
Thank you so much and have a great day.
Last but not the least, in the physics segment, we have a smart stick for a visually impaired person.
Good morning to all. I, Shankar Firoz, I, Aryan Pandey, of class 10B4 are here to present our science project, the smart band stick.
So, now I will tell you how we got this idea. We were walking in the park and saw a blind person who was with normal sight wasn't able to get much help from his normal sight. He was walking and struggling to get a seat in the park. So we thought, why shouldn't we make a project which would help him to sense not only the object but also he could walk effortlessly without getting much help from the others. So the components that we have used in this project are sensor, Arduino, buzzer, battery, vibration motor and PVC pipe for the structure. All these components have been fixed in this box.
Now, I will tell you how the smart band stick works. First, the ultrasonic sensor senses the obstacle around it and then it sends the data to this Arduino. This Arduino then processes the data and then sends it to the buzzer and vibration motor. Then it processes the whole information and that's how this smart band stick. We thank you all for taking interest in our science project. I would also like to thank Mrs. Vandana ma'am
and Sanjeev sir for guiding us throughout the project.
We would also like to thank Mr. Vinod sir for helping us in the making of this project. Thank you.
अरे कोई बात नहीं इसको वापस लगा देंगे सर वो लगा दे वो जिप टाई
जिप टाई
हाँ है ना सर
जिप टाई लगाओगे तो हर बार कट करना पड़ेगा, टेप तो फिर भी छुटा के दोबारा लगाओगे। जिप टाई तुम बार करना पड़ेगा ना। जब आप वाइब्रेटर में
सर वाइब्रेटर हम लोग ऊपर नहीं
वो होल का इतना दूर करने की जरूरत नहीं है, नीचे का बहुत खतरनाक वाला ये आ गया ना, वाइब्रेशन आ गया।
Wow, how astonishing and tremendous presentations they were.
Aren't you excited? Having dived deep into the ocean of physics, now it's time to take a deep dig into the world of chemistry.
You must have listened to different kinds of song, but I believe you must have not listened to a periodic song. So let's hear it out.
And now presenting the anthem of chemistry, the elements of the periodic table. There's hydrogen and helium, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon everywhere, nitrogen all through the air, there's oxygen so you could be chlorine for your pretty teeth, neon to light up the sun, sodium is for salty atoms, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus and sulfur, chlorine and argon, potassium and calcium so you'll go strong, scandium, titanium, vanadium and chromium and manganese.
Now, let's have a look on some interesting experiments and facts about chemistry.
Hello everyone, this is Lavanya.
This is Kinjal and this is Nidhi.
And today we are here to present some interesting chemical experiments. What are you doing, Nidhi? Have you lost your mind?
I don't know, I'm just sad.
What are you even thinking?
Relax, Lavanya. We were just pranking you. It is the reaction of ammonium thiocyanate and ferric chloride. They do not need to go to the sick bay, but surely they need some.
Were you able to identify which character was this?
Yes, it was Dementor.
Lavanya, have you ever seen a chemical chameleon?
No, I've seen the animal, but I've never seen a chemical chameleon.
Come on, let me show you.
After all these experiments, let's relax and make some drinks with just one ingredient.
What? Are you going to serve me just water?
No, I can make water to wine, wine to milk, and milk to juice.
That's not possible.
Come on, let me show you in the chemical kitchen.
Things were amazing. Now tell me, what's your wish?
You cannot fulfill my wishes. You are not a genie.
I surely am not a genie, but I can call one.
I've seen both of you. I also want to enter the chemical world and perform an experiment. So let us perform elephant's toothpaste. Wow, Kinjal. Now let's end this chemical war with a chemical thunder.
Good morning, one and all present here. Today I, Abhay Kaushik, the student of class 11 A1, is here to share some interesting fact about the elements in our periodic table. So let us get started. Fact number 1. Helium is so light that it can cross Earth's orbit. Fact number 2. Hydrogen is the most common element which we can find in the universe. Fact number 3. Acetylene. It is the most rare element in the earth crust. Only 1 gram of acetylene can be found at one time. Fact number 4. Francium. It is the most expensive element which we can find in our periodic table. Only 100 gram of francium can cost billions of US dollars. Fact number 5. Plutonium. It is the most destructive element. It has its own trajectory history. It was the core weapon which destroyed much of Nagasaki in 9 August 1945. So here I end my facts. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hello everyone, my name is Harsh Gupta and I am a student of class 11, and today I would be telling you some of the interesting facts regarding our elements in the periodic table. My first fact is about thorium, which was named after Thor, which is god of thunder, and it's a really an interesting fact for the Marvel fans. My second fact is about Copernicum. It is having a half-life of 28 seconds. That's a really short time. Then, curium. It was used in the Indian Mars mission in alpha proton X-ray. Then, we are having xenon. Xenon is having the longest lifespan. Its half lifespan is about 184 billion trillion years. Wow, that's a huge lifespan. So, that's all from my. Thank you, guys.
Good morning, respected teachers and my dear friends. Today I, Bhavya Vashisht, along with Nana of class 11A1 will be showing you some amazing chemistry experiment to check the adulteration in food we consume daily. So do you know what is food adulteration? Well, it is the mixing of harmful foreign chemicals to make the product look more attractive and for low cost production. So our first experiment is to check the adulteration in sugar. So in sugar, the adulteration is of washing powder or chalk powder. So for this experiment, we will take 2 test tubes, one with adulterated sugar and one with unadulterated sugar. Then we will add some dilute HCl to the test tube with adulterated sugar. So we will observe that the test tubes form brisk effervescence, which shows that there is adulteration of washing powder or chalk powder. Then we will add dilute HCl to the test tube with unadulterated sugar. So there we will observe that there is no change. This means that there is no adulteration in the sugar. Now our second experiment is to check the adulteration in chili. So in chili the adulteration is of brick powder or red color. So for this experiment we will take 2 test tubes, one with adulterated chili and one with unadulterated chili. Then we will take unadulterated chili and add some amount of water to it. So we will observe that the water turns orange, but when we add water to the unadulterated chili, the water is of red color, which shows that there is adulteration of brick powder or red color. Our third and last experiment is to check the adulteration in milk. So milk is adulterated with water, detergent, starch, urea, etc. Now to check the adulteration of milk with starch, we will take 2 test tubes, one which contain milk adulterated with starch and one which contain unadulterated milk. So we will take iodine and mix it with the adulterated milk. So we will observe that the milk turns bluish in color. But when we mix iodine with unadulterated milk, the milk turns yellow, which shows that there is no adulteration and the milk is pure. To check the presence of urea in milk, we will again take 2 test tubes, one with adulterated milk which has urea and one with unadulterated milk. Then we will heat both the test tubes on a burner. After that, we will wait it to cool it down. Then we will add NaOH to both the test tubes and we will observe that the test tubes which contain adulterated milk turns a bit yellowish in color, whereas the other stays as it is. But when we add CuSO4 to both the test tubes, so the adulterated milk turns violet or dark purple in color, whereas the other remain unchanged, which shows that there is no adulteration. So I hope that you find this experiment interesting and knowledgeable, and you would also try it at your home to check that whether the food products you consume are adulterated or not. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Today I, Atlam Singh of class 11A1 is going to tell you about the recent Nobel Prize winners in chemistry. The Nobel Prize in Chemistry 2022 has gone to Caroline R. Bertozzi of USA, Morten Meltel of Denmark and K. Barry Sharpless of USA, the latter winning the second Nobel of his career. The three have been awarded for their work in click chemistry and bioorthogonal chemistry, in which molecules snap together fast and firmly without the need for a long, complicated process and too many unwanted byproducts. Their work has applications in the field of medical science, including the treatment of cancer.
Good morning everyone. Today I Akshay Bhatt of class 11th A1 is going to tell you about click chemistry and bioorthogonal chemistry. In brief, what is click chemistry? Click chemistry, as the name suggests, is a way of building molecules like snapping Lego blocks together. It takes two molecules to click, so researchers refer to each one as click partners. Now let us see the advantages of click chemistry. This new click reaction can be used to connect two components, molecules, proteins, nanoparticles, etc. in biological media as complex as human blood. Click chemistry is a new approach to the synthesis of drug-like molecules that can accelerate the drug discovery process by utilizing a few practical and reliable reactions. Now let us see what is bioorthogonal chemistry. The term bioorthogonal chemistry refers to any chemical reaction that can occur inside of living systems without interfering with the native processes. This term was coined by Caroline R. Bertozzi in 2003. Thank you and have a nice day.
Next in line, we have some innovative projects of chemistry.
Today I will be testing some indicators on turmeric powder. Let's go.
These are the materials required.
Moving ahead, our next step is to add turmeric powder to the boiling water.
Adding turmeric powder.
I think that I have boiled it enough and it's time to wash it. So let's go and wash it and then make very beautiful patterns on it.
Here is what it looks like after being washed. Now let's make a pattern by using a fork. Here is what it looks like after removing the spoon from here. Now let's add rubber bands.
Okay, so a quick knowledge recap. We know that turmeric is a natural indicator and when we add acid like vinegar in it, it changes its color into lightish yellow color. And whereas on other hand, when we add a base like detergent powder solution in it, it changes its color into dark red color. Let's come and experiment it on the cloth which we boiled.
We can see the change in color. Let's take acid. See, it changes its color back. Very bright yellow. So this is the final result, and I also tried it on other clothes also with different pattern, and it looks beautiful.
Wow, it was wonderful.
Hello guys, we are doing tie and dye activity with turmeric powder. So now our cloth is also almost dry, so let's move on to our next. Here I have taken acid as vinegar acid and base as detergent powder. See, after untying and drying our cloth, it gives this type of texture.
Hello friends, my name is Teresa School and I am a student of class 10C5. Today, I am going to perform an activity of tie and dye using red cabbage. Here, I am having 300 ml of hot water and I am going to add 150 grams of red cabbage in it. I would leave it for about half an hour so that the color gets completely dissolved in the water. Look how fabulous this color is appearing. All the color of the red cabbage has went into the water. And this is the leftover red cabbage. Now, I am going to dip this handkerchief into this solution vinegar to it and soap solution for the base to check the color change so that we could know the work of our natural indicator on acids and bases. Now I would tie chickpeas with rubber band. Now I would dip the areas tied with the chickpeas in first the vinegar solution.
Hello everyone, today I am going to show you how to do tie-dye on cotton cloth using a natural indicator called beetroot. So we are ready with our design of tie and dye with the help of marble. So this is our chopped beetroot, this is our handkerchief, and now we are going to boil this water and add some salt. The chopped beetroot. Now we will boil this for 15 to 20 minutes. After doing all the processes, this cloth is turned into pink color. And now you can see as we have two solutions in which one is basic and one is acidic. After dipping in both the solutions, we can see here from one end the cloth gives yellow color which is from the basic solution, and the second one which has no change in color from the acidic solution. This is the final result of my experiment. Thank you.
Good evening everyone. My name is Anak Singh and I am of class 9B4.
Good evening everybody. My name is Siddharth Dey of class 9B4.
Today we are going to present you the model of the structure of an atom.
So, this is the basic structure of an atom, which includes the nucleus, which contains protons which are positively charged and neutrons which are neutrally charged. The circles around the nucleus are called shells, which contains the electrons. These electrons are divided into various shells, namely K, L, M and N. Now, let us understand this concept more clearly using an example. Let us take the example of sodium, which is the element number 11 and has 11 electrons in it. If you see this model carefully, you will find out that the first shell K has 2 electrons, which are the red ones. The second shell L has 8 electrons, which are the blue ones. The third shell M has 1 electron, which is the white one. And the last and the outermost cell N does not have any electrons. So, this was our model on the basic structure of the atoms and how the electrons get divided into the various shells. Thank you.
I think sister is cooking something. This smells so nice. It can be burger, pizza, or cookies, or a tasty, delicious cake. Let's find. This smells so nice. What are you cooking?
I'm baking a chocolate cake. Tell me one thing. Once I was preparing the batter, you didn't got to know that I am baking something. But once I put the batter in the oven, you instantly got to know that I am baking something. How?
It is because of diffusion.
Oh, nice. I'm really glad that you know about this fact. But how?
Our teacher taught us today about diffusion.
Oh, that's really nice. Tell me something about diffusion.
The intermixing of the particles into each other is called diffusion.
Yes, the smell of the cake spread throughout the house because of diffusion, process in which the molecules move from the place where they are concentrated close together to the place where they are less concentrated. Molecules spread out evenly, diffusion seems to stop. Thank you.
Hello everyone. On this honorable moment of science exhibition, I Aditi and I Garana are here with a small idea of carbon dioxide absorber plant. We know how
harmful carbon dioxide is for our environment. It is most dangerous and prevalent greenhouse gas. It also produces varieties of health issues like headache, difficulty in breathing, coma, and other problems. Increase in carbon dioxide cools the stratosphere and affects the ozone layer.
To prevent all this, we have an idea of decreasing the amount of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. We have industrial buildings and cars producing carbon dioxide and creating pollution. For its solution, we have a carbon dioxide plant where we can find exhaust sucking all the polluted air from the surrounding. There we can find filters which have potassium carbonate which traps the carbon dioxide and the filtered air comes out from the other side. The trapped carbon dioxide is compressed and recycled. This compressed carbon dioxide can be used in many different ways like carbonation of beverages, freezing, food preservation, water treatment, and also used in controlling chemical reactions and sent to the extinguisher industries. We should now get alarmed and by the harm caused by pollution and take strict actions about it.
Thank you.
How innovative and amazing the journey of chemistry was.
We don't have the best laugh until we have the last laugh. So be ready to get a plunge into the layers of biology.
Health is not valued till sickness comes. So, to avoid such situations, here we have some thoughtful projects related to health and complete well-being.
Hey guys!
Hi!
We have met after so long time. Let's go to my house.
Yes.
What is it? The smell is so strong. I'm not able to breathe. I'm feeling very suffocated. Can we stay out?
Yeah, sure.
Now I'm feeling fine.
What was that?
Actually, my mother has blood incense stick due to which the room was filled with smoke. It is problematic. We need to find a solution for it.
But how?
Through a smoke absorber. What is a smoke absorber? It is basically a mechanical machine which is used to remove the smoke out of a specific area or a room.
How does it work?
Its working is so easy. We can understand this through an example. Here we have an incense stick. As we have seen that the smoke from the incense stick was moving inside through these pipes. From here, the smoke coming inside will be travelled further to this fan and the smoke will be removed from this area, from this hole.
Oh, it's so useful.
Nowadays, air pollution have increased a lot. People are suffering from the diseases due to the toxic air. This smoke absorber is the best solution for these problems. Thank you for introducing me to this wonderful idea. We should go back home. The smoke must have moved out. Yes, sure.
Well, I am Sneha Sharma from class 12A2 and I am here to share some ideas and some mind-boggling facts and data with all of you on the topic brain, feelings and emotions. According to sources, the definition of emotions is this. Emotions are mental states brought on by neurophysiological changes variously associated with thoughts, feelings, behavioral expressions, responses, and a degree of pleasure or displeasure. Actually, there is currently no scientific consensus on a definition for it. Scientists understand it as often intertwined with mood, temperament, personality, disposition, or creativity. The limbic system is a group of interconnected structures located deep within the brain, which is responsible for behavioral and emotional responses. Hypothalamus controls emotional responses, hormone release, and regulating body temperature. Hippocampus preserve and retrieve memories. It also plays a role in how you understand the spatial dimensions of your environment. Amygdala helps in coordinating responses to things in your environment, especially those that trigger a emotional response. It plays an important role in fear and anger. Limbic cortex impacts mood, motivation, and judgment. Some emotions burst onto the scene and disappear just as quickly. Others stay for longer, as though there's no place else for them to be. First, sadness is the longest lasting of all emotions, taking on average 120 hours to pass. Second, hatred is the second most enduring emotion, followed by joy, which lasts an average of 35 hours. Third, guilt lingers longer than the hot burn of shame, and fear tends to pass fairly quickly compared to anxiety, which generally lasts much longer. Let's talk about emotions in deeper. No one can detect the emotions in anybody ever, because they are not universally expressed and recognized. Scientists have misunderstood emotions for a really long time, and what has been concluded is that there are no hardwired brain circuits for conducting emotions. We think that we are born with emotion circuits, but we are not. In fact, no organism in this planet has emotion circuits in brain. So, what are emotions really? Emotions are predictions, which are constructed by the working of billions of your neurons together at that time. Emotions are not built in, but they are. If we see, hear, or experience something new, which is not there in our past experiences, the brain struggles to answer the question, what is it like my past experience? This is called experiential blindness. When we experience something which is similar to what we have experienced earlier, the brain predicts it. Though it may not be true or even be a hallucination, neuroscientists call it predictions. For getting a real experience, see this. When I gave you the instruction, your brain and all the billions of neurons working together were struggling, baffled to see where the animal was. All this confusion was just a blink of eye. But when you got the answer, new knowledge from those parts has been stored into your brain. Your brain was predicting earlier that what would be behind the picture. Predictions are basically the way your brain works. They are the basis of your experience, understanding, and even understanding my words. The conclusion is, the emotions you seem to detect in other people are partly inside your. Well, do you know what gut feelings are? There are more neurons in your stomach than your brain, and your stomach decides your mood more than what your brain does. Enteric nervous system is basically the connection of brain with all the different types of neurons, etc. present from the lower third of the esophagus right to the rectum. The gut can control your emotions and behaviors in a broader way than what you do with your brain. Serotonin is 95% found in stomach and only 5% in brain, which is a chemical regulating your happy mood. The medicines given in depression act more on stomach than at brain. What you eat affects your stomach a lot. That's why you are advised to eat healthy food. Gut feeling means what your stomach tells you before what has happened without concerning your brain. Your brain takes 4 lakh crores bits of information every second, but your conscious mind is aware of only 5 to 10,000 bits only. The rest of information is sent to your subconscious mind and your stomach. You can access your stomach's brain more easily than with your subconscious mind. Both these brains integrate and work together, and then you get a feeling of your future, which you call the gut feeling. Talking about plants, other animals, and even bacteria, the research is still going on that they can sense feelings too.
I am Arnav Kumar of class 12A2, and today Ayush and me are going to share some information about the genome of coronavirus and its latest variants.
Genome. A genome is the complete set of genetic information in an organism. It provides all the information the organism requires to function. In living organisms, the genome is stored in long molecules of DNA called chromosomes. The study and analysis of genomes is called genomics.
Human genome. The human genome contains 3,164.7 million base pairs. The average gene consists of 3,000 bases, but sizes vary greatly, with the largest known human gene being dystrophin at 2.4 million bases. The total number of genes is estimated at 30,000, much lower than previous estimates of 80,000 to 1,40,000 genes. Almost all 99.9% nucleotide bases are exactly the same in all people. The functions are unknown for over 50% of the discovered genes. Less than 2% of the genome codes for proteins. Repeated sequences make a very large portion of the human genome. Chromosome 1 has most genes, 2,968, and the Y has the fewest, 231.
Corona. Coronaviruses are a group of related RNA viruses that cause diseases in mammals and birds. In humans and birds, they cause respiratory tract infections that can range from mild to lethal.
Corona genome. Coronaviruses contain a positive sense single-stranded RNA genome. The genome size for coronaviruses ranges from 26.4 to 31.7 kilobases. The genome size is one of the largest among RNA viruses.
SARS-CoV-2. Severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2 is a strain of coronavirus that causes COVID-19, coronavirus disease 2019, the respiratory illness responsible for the COVID-19 pandemic.
Genome. SARS-CoV-2 has a linear positive sense single-stranded RNA genome about 30,000 bases long. Its genome has a bias against cytosine and guanine nucleotides like other coronaviruses. The genome has the highest composition of uracil 32.2%, followed by adenine 29.9%, and a similar composition of guanine 19.6% and cytosine 18.3%. The nucleotide bias arises from the mutation of guanines and cytosines to adenosines and uracils respectively.
Two variants of corona are Delta and Kappa. In Delta, coding complete genome sequences of 29,715 base pair were obtained for samples 1 with GC contents of 37.95%. The strain under study was assigned to lineages B16172 for samples 1. Kappa, coding complete genome sequences of 29,818 base pair were obtained for samples 2 with GC contents of 37.99%. The strain under study was assigned to lineages B16171 for samples 2.
Omicron variant possessed 1.6 to 2.7 times more amino acid changes in the spike protein and 4 to 14 times more amino acid changes in the receptor binding domain region of the spike protein than other VOCs simultaneously. Omicron variant possesses an excessive number of mutations compared to other variants circulating at the same time, especially in the spike gene. Mutations in the spike gene confer alterations in 32 amino acid residues more than those observed in other SARS-CoV-2 variants.
RT-PCR. Real-time RT-PCR is a nuclear-derived method for detecting the presence of specific genetic material in any pathogen, including a virus. Originally, the method used radioactive isotope markers to detect targeted genetic materials, but subsequent refining has led to the replacement of isotopic labeling with special markers, most frequently fluorescent dyes. Real-time RT-PCR is one of the most widely used laboratory methods for detecting the COVID-19 virus.
Be collected by a nasopharyngeal swab or an oropharyngeal swab. For nasopharyngeal specimen, the swab is inserted in the nostril and gently moved forward into the nasopharynx. Then it is rotated for a specified period time to collect secretions that contain the virus. Once the swabbing is applied, the swab is placed immediately into sterile tube containing a viral transport medium. The standard method of coronavirus testing is polymerase chain reaction. To perform this method, basically viral RNA should be extracted. To extract the viral RNA by using commercial kit, the sample is first added into a microcentrifuge tube. Then it is mixed with a lysis buffer. This buffer is highly denaturing and usually consists of phenol and guanidine isothiocyanate. Once the lysis buffer is added, the tube is mixed by pulse vortexing and incubated at room temperature. Then the virus is lysed under the highly denaturing conditions provided by the lysis buffer. Once the sample is lysed, a purification procedure is carried out by using a spin column. The sample is loaded onto the spin column. Then a centrifugation is performed. The column is put in a centrifuge again, forcing the wash buffer through the membrane. This removes any remaining impurities from the membrane, leaving only the RNA bound to the silicate.
Greetings to all, I am Aditya Singh.
And I am Aryan Singh from class 10B5. As we know that due to improper exercise and improper diet, there are several diseases caused. One of them is kidney failure.
As scientists also say that if a kidney disease sets in, it cannot be reversed. Only its effects can be slowed down.
So there is only one alternative, hemodialysis.
Hemodialysis is the process by which we can purify the blood of a person whose kidneys are not working properly.
It was invented by Wilhelm Kolb in the year 1943.
In this process, pump pumps the blood from the artery of the person to the dialyzer tank, where fresh dialyzing liquid is also added, and then the nitrogenous waste is separated from the tank and transferred to the waste container. After the blood is purified, it is pumped back again to the vein of the person.
For better understanding, let us take closer look towards our model of hemodialysis.
Drama has always been a means of spreading awareness in the society. So here we have skits prepared by the students of biology.
Hi Paki, how are you? Early for the seminar?
I'm great. Hey, really excited. And as you know, biology is my favorite subject.
Great then, why don't you turn your camera on?
Sorry, no, I can't.
Why? Is there any technical issue?
I have a really big pimple on my face.
Well, if biology is your favorite subject, then you must know about these things, right?
What things?
Pimples, a form of acne, is totally normal to occur. And there could be various reasons like your diet changes or hormonal changes, and at this age, pimples normally do occur.
I mean, that's the first reason I'm joining this seminar. But I want to know more about my body, especially in this teenage phase.
You are right. Why is no one else joining this seminar though? It's really important, Wait, I'll text them.
Hi Paki. Hi Ashwi.
Excuse me, uncle. Is Ishan not there to join the seminar?
No, it's just me. It looks like my voice got a little deep.
What happened to your voice?
Honestly, I have no idea. Earlier my voice was normal, but as I grow up it becomes deeper.
Well, this is what the seminar is for.
Yeah, ask this question and the doctors will surely answer it.
A very good evening to all attending this seminar.
As you might know through this seminar, we are going to tell you about the human bodies during adolescence. Do you have any questions?
Yes, doctor. I want to ask a question. Why these pimples occur on our faces, especially during this teenage phase?
Actually, acne is caused when the tiny pores in our skin, which is also known as hair follicles, they get blocked.
Excuse me, doctor. I also have a question regarding this.
Go ahead.
Does eating oily food or fried food cause acne? Because I eat a lot of them, and also will all this acne and problems only last till adolescent phase?
For research, food with high dairy content can trigger acne. There is no such relation between oily food and acne.
Hormonal changes affect teenagers the most, but it may happen in adults also. Like according to some studies, we get to know that more than 50% of women and 25% of men also suffer with acne and pimples.
Alright, doctor. Doctor, I have a question again. Why do boys' voice get deeper and starts cracking during this age?
See, actually a person's voice changes or breaks during the adolescence period because the size of its voice box or larynx increases at that time, that's why.
The breaking and cracking of the voice is only temporary. It usually lasts for more than 2 or 3 months, and during that time as well, every time you speak, your voice don't crack.
Doctor, my friend is taller than last time I met him. Or it is possible to grow our height after puberty? Or just to drink a lot of milk to be taller?
That your bones don't grow during a certain age, but that's wrong. Your spine can grow and thus you can grow taller.
According to some studies, we get to know that in children, milk is associated with very small increase in height.
Some of the studies, including the correlation between milk intake and height, some other factors may not have been considered, such as overall diet quality, adequate intake of protein, calcium, vitamin D, and other nutrients.
Very well then, doctor. Goodbye.
Thank you, doctors. We got to know a lot from you.
On a bright day, lighted by the almighty sun, a group of friends were returning home from their examination hall, talking amongst themselves.
Our last exam is finally done. I can finally relax.
Relax. You know that our final exams are coming. Oh God, can you just shut up? You have no idea how tired I am.
It's settled then. We are going to amusement park.
But...
Oh God, I swear. How about we go to National Science Museum instead?
Look at him. He's finally quiet. He's just a book form, I swear.
The trio entered the National Science Museum in high spirits. They couldn't wait to explore the wonders of science in the said place.
What a wonderful place. I always wanted to go there, but I was too busy to do so.
Amazing. Let's go to the mirror maze there.
But what's so special about the bunch of mirrors? Anyway, I somehow regret it. Thankfully, we are done now, as I can go to home and play video games in peace. Wait, there's still something left.
Yeah, the guidebook says something about evolution of Homo sapiens.
They reached the place, but they were not much enthusiastic because they were all drained out already.
Hello children, you seem quite troubled. Mind telling me your worries?
No, it's nothing. I think we have come to this boring place by mistake.
Don't say so, child. This place tells you about the history of Homo sapiens, which led to the evolution of what we are today.
Is that so? Wow, that sounds appealing.
About 2 lakh years ago, a new species of human evolved in East Africa. It was our species, Homo sapiens. By studying the DNA of humans throughout the world, scientists now know that these hunters and gatherers were the ancestors of humans alive today.
Yeah, we have heard that we were originally monkeys.
Even though it is true to some extent, it's not entirely accurate. Human evolution is a lengthy process of change by which people originate from ape-like ancestors. Scientific evidence shows that physical and behavioral traits shared by all people originate from them, and they have evolved over a period of hundreds and thousands of years ago. They slowly evolved from Daropithecus to Ramapithecus, Australopithecus, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalensis, and finally to Homo sapiens sapiens.
Can you please explain me what the first word meant? Whatever you pronounce it as complex for me.
Need not to worry, child. This is the reason we are here, right? Dryopithecus, as complex as it sounds, is nothing but the scientific name of the species who were ancestors to not only apes but humans as well. The genus Dryopithecus refers to the oakwood apes. When Dryopithecus was alive, the lowland tropical forest, which is inhabited with densely forested, so the members could have predominantly be herbivorous. The first fossil of Homo erectus was found in Java in 1891. Another discovery made in China was the Peking man. Tools made of woods, bones and cords were also invented. There is evidence of collective hunting and use of fire. There were also the missing link between man and apes.
They were later developed into Ramapithecus, who lived in the open grasslands. Their remains were found in the range of Shivalik in Punjab and later in Africa and Saudi Arabia. They later developed into Australopithecus, who lived in the open grounds and fended themselves with the weapons made up of stone. They were even able to walk erect.
Wow, is that why we differ from apes?
Exactly. The stage marks the differentiation between man and apes. The Homo erectus evolved to Homo sapiens. During the evolution, 2 stages were identified, Homo neanderthalis and Homo sapiens sapiens. The clinical capacity of a neanderthal grew from 1200 to 1600 cc. Some handmade axes were also being discovered. The species of Homo indens were able to hunt, such as mammoths.
I know, right? But that's not where it all ends. The remains of Homo sapiens were first discovered in Europe and were named Cro-Magnon. In these, the jaws were quite reduced, the modern man's chin appeared, and the skull was rounded. Their cranial capacity was about 1350 cc. They gathered food through hunting, and art appeared first during their time.
Wow, they actually introduced painting. Now that's some fast advancement. I guess it wasn't all that boring after all.
Wow, how thought-provoking our biology segment was.
So how was that? Joyous and informative ride. I hope you must have enjoyed all the presentations. This process of learning will continue and will linger us with forever and ever. I would also like to thank all our mentors, without whose support this exhibition would have been an unachievable project. Then I would also like to thank all our participants who thought out of the box and showcased their extraordinary talent. Thank you.